we be back.
For now.
Yeah, for now, until we get sick of this.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
It's coming closely.
Yeah. We're prepping for the end times. We're getting ready to pack up and flee to the nearest patch of wilderness.
Everyone's doing that. We live in America. It's not even remotely an interesting thing.
You ever think about that? Like, at any moment in time, we could just be like, all right, I guess I'm a caveman now. Goodbye. We could literally
it
just
permeates
quit.
way more of my thoughts than it should.
We could literally just quit society. We're like, taxes, but we could.
You see, people say shit like that, but that's not even. I guess I'm not supposed to use naughty words yet, but that's not even true when you actually look into it. Like when you complain about, like, man, I hate having to work for nothing for these dickheads. And like whenever you're doing that, the boomers will hit you with the, well, if you don't like it, you can just pack up and leave. It's free to just build a house somewhere. But like, it's obviously, that's like self-defeating because no one thinks it's free to, like, even if you're not paying for the land, it's not free to get building material and make yourself a house somewhere.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty much impossible to just, like, walk onto a piece of land and be like, this is mine now.
It literally is impossible.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. So I don't get it when people, like, pretend that that's an option because it's not.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about, like, building. Like, I heard this story about this guy who just, like, built a castle in, like, some, like, wilderness that was technically owned by someone, but he managed to build an entire castle, like a literal castle. It took years. His whole family was working on it for years. He built a literal castle on this land and lived in it for a long time until somebody somehow found out about it. And then they had to tear it down, of course, because, you know, they gotta have their land and not do anything with it.
I wouldn't trust some forest meth head to keep, like, a big stack of bricks standing. Are you kidding me? I'm on their side for that one.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but, like,
I guess if he's the only one in it, then I'm like, okay, whatever. You're definitely going to die in that thing, but you're not gonna take other people with you.
I mean, if it's uninhabited land and he wants to just go live in his own little fortress, more power to him. But like, I just think it's illegal to do. God.
You should throw that thing into a wood chipper. Oh wow, that went quick.
It's literally like 3 a.m. and I'm getting a text. Somehow I'm getting a text at 3 a.m.
Don't tell these freaks about our sleep schedules.
They can see it in the corner of the screen.
I sleep in 15-minute bursts that happen randomly and I have no control over, and it doesn't add up to a healthy time at the end of the day regardless. It frightens everyone around me.
It's like 45 minutes every, like, 16 hours.
Just, like, mid-sentence, I'll just, like, my head will just lower with my eyes fully open, and then I'll snap back like there was no break in the conversation whatsoever.
No, you plummet straight into REM sleep. You just, like, drop like a sack of potatoes.
Start fighting people like I'm in my dream. All right.
Wake up confused and scared.
We yammered. We yammered for a bit there. The crux of that was that America is falling apart, and that's what the rest of this episode is about. More specifically, it's about this thing that we already talked about, but some more crap came out about it, so why wouldn't we dip our wicks back into that a second time?
Yeah!
See, just to jog our memories, what happened here?
Dip our wicks? What are you...
See something that said...
67?
I picked that up from Deep Fat Fried. They say that crap all the time.
If you want to really see something
what
that
happened
said...
again?
Take a look at what happened.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, if Mike Tyson flew past me at Mach 6 and swiped my ear with him, I'd probably drop to the ground in shock as well.
I like how, dude, Shane Gillis made a joke about this, like, last year. Now it's true. You remember that joke where he was talking about how, like, if any president was going to be assassinated, Trump would probably be the funniest, because he'd get shot and make like a funny noise. It literally happened.
I forgot. He didn't make a noise. He just did a weird movement.
No, he made a noise. That's why I told you to shush there for a second, because I heard it earlier.
I really see something
Listen,
that
listen.
said,
All I'm hearing
take
is
a
these
look what
firecrackers.
Hold on. Yeah, we missed it. Give me control.
Take a
You
look
always
what
go way too far.
I'm telling you, he makes no noise
He
here.
makes a noise.
He does not.
Shut up, and I will show you the noise. God,
Let's see
you're
it.
so annoying.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna turn it all the way up.
That is going to peak the absolute
Hey,
pig
shut
shit
your
out of
mouth.
our mic.
Shut your mouth.
This is
and
not going to be helpful for you.
Shush.
look what happened. Oh,
You heard that.
He makes funnier noises just talking. This motherfucker's always making like sex moans and shit.
I know.
He does that in like one of the videos I pulled up, which I'm looking forward to.
God, he did some kind of like speech recently that cracked me up. He made some kind of really weird noise. I wish I could recall what it was.
See,
Why'd you pull that up? Why'd you show him getting shot in the ear again?
just to remind myself what the heck all this is even about.
Oh, okay.
I've been kind of asleep at the wheel, not gonna lie. But, yeah, some more info came out about that very funny incident. Basically, we learned new things about the bullet thrower, we'll call him, in the first 15 minutes here. The bullet spitter.
That goddamn bullet chucker.
That is probably going to be a real racial slur at some point. But I also like shooting, so I can't use it derogatorily.
Touche, other races.
The gist of the new news that I pulled up is that the Secret Service just fucked up a lot here. This dude was, like, basically climbing on top of the building that he ended up shooting Trump from. Like, oh my god, I keep doing that. The other reason I actually did pull this up for a reason that I'm only just now remembering. But, the shooter is coming from the side here. When we first recorded that episode, it was so fresh that I genuinely thought that the bullet was coming from in front of him. But thinking on it, that makes no damn sense. Like, see, I thought that chick right there was the one who was hit.
Oh, okay.
Because she dropped... She was quick with it. She dropped... Look at this chick. Oh!
Yeah,
she was
had
down
reflexes.
before Trump was. Holy
She saw
fuck.
that one coming.
I genuinely thought she was the one who was hit. But no, it was some guy off to the right here who we will talk about very soon here.
Okay, last time when you said you saw people getting shot, I was really looking for them and I couldn't find any.
I thought
saw
that
people,
chick was one of them, but
I just saw people like stumbling over each other, but like I just figured that it was just like one of the like quick ones where they catch a bullet and then just fall, rather than like JFKing all over the place.
Do you know that his head just did that? Like they just learned this recently.
Nice.
It just did that randomly. He had too much salt that morning.
It's a rare condition.
A similar thing happened to the guy in this rally.
It's what happens if you give a migraine a sunstone.
See, but the building that the dude climbed on top of, like, Trump was basically looking at his shooter there. We'll get a better look at this, but...
That guy's taking a nap.
Hey,
he's
who's
in
that?
a weird place for that.
Who's that fucking incel on the roof over there? Everyone point at that guy and make fun of him.
You're too far away to get a good picture.
That canthal tilt of yours is a 3 out of 10. I'm just saying my canthal tilt's way better than that guy's.
I mug you.
Look at that guy over there. I look way better than him.
I'm the Chad Wojak.
I think without further ado, I'll finally press play on this. But this dude is talking about how him and like a bunch of other people were trying for almost like 6 minutes apparently to get people's attention to look at this guy. Because the dude made no secret that he was climbing on top of this building to get a shot at Trump. he was holding his gun for a while, just like looking down the sights of it, and for some reason just no one did anything. Like, I think I forgot to pull it up, but one of the Secret Service snipers that you can actually see in some of the Trump footage, he was on a separate roof, and he was looking at the guy for a bit, and had no clue who he was. And so he just he just didn't risk taking the shot at him until the guy started shooting at Trump. That's why the shooter was taken down so quickly.
Is because they were already
looking at him.
Wow, the incompetence in
right? We couldn't see him,
dude,
but we could hear him.
It is crazy. Apparently,
our apocalypse is so stupid. I hate it so much.
I really wish it was more respectable. But it's some Tom and Jerry shit.
They're just like staring at him while he's aiming a gun at the president, and they're just like, Is he a shooter? Is he one of our guys?
Is he one of your guys's or your guys's or your... That was the other problem here. I was telling you about this. Was the reason that they had no clue who this guy was on the roof for so long is because there are so many different agencies at these kind of events because they want to like have as many people with guns walking around as possible. They want to like look tough, but the problem with doing that is that when you have hundreds of fucking people all with different agencies, it's literally impossible to coordinate anything together.
Yeah, especially if you're all allowed to carry guns, that makes it so that anyone can carry a gun into the rally. If not all of you had guns, then you'd know that if somebody had a gun, it's a problem.
Hey, these guys say guns make everyone safer, so maybe open carry should just be allowed at Trump rallies from now on. Anyone and everyone.
I like that idea. Yeah.
I see no way that could end badly.
So we walked up.
I keep saying without further ado, we haven't watched this guy yet.
And listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him.
Really? What is it loading for?
So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but
it was about 7.
We noticed the guy
look at the 20
crawling,
crossed out on his hat, replaced with a 4.
Bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could
I
clearly
imagine,
see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And
I promise you what happened with the police was they were like, is that one of our guys? No. Is that one of the other guys? Let's fucking spend like 6 minutes checking this because we have no way of figuring that information out quickly.
Dude, I don't understand how these people are like, yeah, Trump, but then they go to a Trump rally and it's so incompetent. It's so incompetent that he literally almost gets assassinated by a guy they are pointing at.
Apparently, like, Secret Service are, like, kind of renowned for how, like, shit they are. Like, it's all kind of just a veneer. Like, they're not actually good at what they do. Like, even other countries, when Secret Service go there, like, I think it was either right before Obama's first term ended or, like, right at the beginning of Trump's first term. It was like some small window like that, but the Secret Service were in Costa Rica and they got busted for like crashing a car while high on a bunch of drugs with hookers in the car with them.
Man.
And, like, pretty much everyone in the Secret Service is like on a bunch of drugs and is just like just dragging sex workers around with them everywhere they go whenever they're in a different country. To the point where, like, other countries, like, Secret Service are, like, kind of embarrassed seeing it.
I don't blame them.
They're like, this is, like, a serious job. What the fuck are they doing? And those people were put in charge of watching Trump this day.
Good idea.
And how does all 5 of those agencies not realize that the fucking building 130 feet to the side of 130 yards to the side of the president might be a bit of a danger zone for him?
Yeah, maybe watch that spot.
Maybe
set
have
up...
someone up there already.
Yeah.
Maybe don't let
Actually,
people
I'm
climb
I'm
into
thinking
it.
to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn.
This dude
I'm
definitely
pointing at
looks
that
like a
roof,
Trump voter.
just standing there
Yeah,
like this.
Something
definitely.
about it.
And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up
This
there.
must have been right after it
Absolutely.
happened.
At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling
Yep.
police in the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were
Look, it's
looking at us the whole
7-Eleven.
time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
Binoculars.
him? Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind
He
where
has
they
a
could
Trump
see.
coaster
but,
and everything.
But why is
Yeah,
there
I
not
was
Secret
about
Service
to
on
say
all
that.
of these roofs
He's
here?
carrying
I mean,
a
this is
beer
not a
in
big
beer
place.
cozy.
Did
That
you
is the
see?
most-
I mean, obviously,
This
everyone
is the
when the
most
shooting
Trump
started, everyone was
supporter shit
very
I've ever
panicked.
seen.
Did you see what happened to
You
him?
would
at
probably
all?
call those
Oh, yeah,
gay
blew
if
his
you
head off.
offered it. And
Okay, sorry.
actually, no, it
Secret
keeps
Service
beer
blew his head
cold.
off.
Maybe they're
Okay,
willing
just
to
be
put up
careful
with the
because,
gayness of
we
a
don't know
beer
who's watching,
coaster.
but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, this is right
You
after
sure
it
that
happened, because
happened?
they're
Yeah.
not even sure that he's dead yet.
I still love this like leprechaun in the left.
This
of
guy
screen
here?
Yeah.
That dude, he looks like Weird Al Yankovic's like uncle to me.
Yeah. What's that one like interviewer who just does like super deep background checks on people and just makes people really uncomfortable? Nardwar.
No, I'm not
Is that
sure.
just Nardwar in the front row right there?
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof.
He
they had their
looks
guns
like
pointed at
he
him, make
would
sure he
give
was dead. He was dead.
movie
and that was it.
reviews
It
on
was over.
early 2000s YouTube.
This guy?
The fucking leprechaun. Yeah, he
Oh.
looks like he'd work for Channel Awesome.
Dude, that dude might just be Nardwar. That guy looks like Nardwar.
I have heard, I don't know what Nardwar is, so quit with that reference. Let's see, to corroborate what that last fine gentleman said, here's video of people trying to get the fucking Secret Service to, like, look over at this guy.
Doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place to support this ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
Yeah, this whole crowd of people is pointing at that guy.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is
Even
right
a
there.
tall roof.
Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
You really couldn't have gone to the edge of the fucking building, dude.
What's happening?
I'm honestly surprised these people even knew something was up
Yeah, look.
to
There he
begin
is.
with, because
Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people.
I probably would have looked at this and just assumed he was supposed to be there myself.
With how unstealthy he is.
It's much tougher than
Yeah, it almost gives an air of like, oh, if he's literally not even like trying to hide.
He must be there for a reason. I so
How the
often wonder how easy it would be to get away with something if you just like
I'm
could probably
increasingly
walk-
convinced that if you're remotely competent, you can get away with most things.
you could probably walk straight into the White House if you were just wearing the same uniform as everybody else.
No, I saw a video where some guy just like hopped over the fence and sprinted across the lawn and got into the White House.
You
Like
could
he just ran there. He was just having a mental health episode. He wasn't trying to do that at all.
You probably wouldn't even have to run. You could probably walk into the White House and just like hang out for a bit. You could probably sit in like their foyer, just pull up a chair somewhere and sit around. It'd probably be like 3 hours before somebody kicked you out.
Let's see. According to this, you can walk into the president's fucking Oval Office with an AR and no one will notice. Because that is what he was using, by the way. He was using the good old American AR.
With iron sights, because he's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. He tried to take this fucking shot without any sights on the rifle.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Wasn't he also part of like a shooting club, and everyone talked about how terrible he was at shooting?
He was kicked out because he couldn't hit the target from 130 yards. The exact distance he was from Trump.
How much you want to bet this was just like, I'll show you guys, I can hit the target.
He measured it out specifically and then missed, as we're about to see.
Oh my god, what a doofus.
But no, that is real lore of that guy. He couldn't make, like, the fucking... That's the shot that you have to make to even be part of that gun club, because it's such a standard fucking shot for, like, marksmen to have to hit.
Dude, you could
And
not...
he couldn't do it.
You could not make this up, man. Like,
This is increasingly too goofy.
if this was in a TV show, I would not watch the show because it was too stupid.
That's funny. Fucking one of the guys I steal clips from all the time said exactly that as well. One of the news guys I watch.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw, like, a very haunting fucking sentence that was like, what if the world did end in 2012, but it was just, like, a slow burn death through ridiculous ineptitude, rather than just the world exploding, which would have been more apparent and merciful.
That would make sense, honestly.
I mean, that would be a hell of a way to get that curse unfolded.
Yeah, it honestly, it didn't feel like it was falling apart until, like, 2019.
Probably 2019 was about when I was like, man, I do not have much faith for the future of this country.
Something's fishy.
At least, you know, time continues to prove me wrong.
Take a
it
look
gets
what
worse.
happened.
Look how this fucker turned his head right as the bullet... He probably pulled that trigger and then this guy turned his head. Fairness to him, he probably actually would have made that shot if not for this shit.
Yeah, maybe he should have waited until Trump wasn't moving around so much.
That was real nice of God to step in and turn Trump's head for him. If only he could have deflected the bullet into the fucking ground or something.
Yeah, right? Archduke Franz Ferdinand gets shot in a moving car and starts 2 world wars. Meanwhile, Trump is just at a rally, like, 100 feet away.
Let's see. This picture was, pretty cool.
Yeah, zoom in on that.
Alright, I was having to move it around. But here is the exact bullet whizzing past Trump's head through his ear. Let's not forget that. I think I can see a tinge of blood on the bullet, actually.
No, you can't.
What's fucked up is that there actually is a tinge of red on it right here. But there is
I doubt it's blood.
It's just
Probably just redshift.
probably a chunk of Trump's ear.
I doubt it.
I saw this great meme that was like that dude from Monster House eating the cookie off the plate like a fucking like alien. And it was like me finding Trump's ear on stage. Alright, what did I pull this one up for? Here's some of Trump's fantastic fan base reacting to some CNN crews that happen to be there. Let's hear what they have to say.
You remember what you got. This is your fault. You.
I don't think these camera guys have much to do with any conspiracy you're screaming about, man. Yeah, your fault, fuck you, goddammit! Holy shit, that one guy is so heated.
I did a lot of heroin in high school, and it's your fault!
I'm on cocaine and methadone right now!
I went through rehab, and then out of rehab, because I gave up. And now I'm on drugs again here.
It is weird how many of these people probably would be like, kill all fucking homeless drug addicts, when half these people probably have meth heads in their family.
Or are meth heads.
Yeah.
And just so happen to still have all their money.
I got that. Rich people, like, are often meth heads.
Yeah,
like,
they'll be like,
if they're not meth heads, they're pill heads. If they're not pill heads, they're coke heads. If they're not coke heads...
there's something else.
Yeah, pretty much none of those fuckers are actually sober.
I would be astonished to find even a single one of them that was sober.
Wow, rich people and poor people uniting in one thing.
Excessive drug use.
Trump is on a bunch of coke.
Oh, definitely.
He's on, like, all sorts of uppers. Let's see. Here's the poor chap that was taken out in that shooting. His name's Corey. comparatore.
Imagine if this guy is like the like one Trump supporter that was just like an actual saint. He was just every day he was just out in like homeless shelters feeding the homeless.
I mean, he was a firefighter.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, don't you worry, because I do have his social media pulled up.
Dude, that's so tight, man, that we lost a firefighter instead of Trump. Oh my God. If there is a God,
that was real nice of God to whiz
us. He hates us so much.
Whiz the bullet into this innocent family man's fucking brain pan.
Dude, if you want to gain like anime level like plot armor, just be a terrible person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You get infinite plot armor if you were just a despicable life form.
If you're willing to destroy the entire planet and fuck kids,
you just win.
Yeah, you just win everything. It's crazy.
People will give you $1 billion and bullets can't touch you.
Let's see.
If somebody shoots a bullet at you, it will fly into the nearest orphan's head.
You just have to be evil enough, and the world will protect you.
It's crazy.
All right, this is the guy's face, but so yeah, he was a firefighter. But let's go ahead and see this gentle sir's politics, which were a little less than stellar. What the? Oh, great! It fucking closed it. Why does it do this to me? You all didn't see that. That was a spoiler. Alright, so here is this gentleman's Twitter page.
They'll get over it the Japanese did? What is that in reference to?
I want you to guess.
I'm guessing it's a bombing.
Yes. This would happen to be a big Gaza bombing. See, how many people died in this?
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon on the whole firefighter thing. Normally, firefighters are pretty cool, but...
Firefighters tend to be pretty chudly.
Do they?
But, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
They're like cops, but, you know, they're more useful than cops, so they get a pass from me.
I don't know, most of the firefighters I've met are pretty chill.
Yeah, they're chill. They're not like... Cops are way more fucking, like, open and obnoxious about their politics, but, yeah, they're... A lot of firefighters are still, huffing that fucking orange man's fumes, as it were.
That's disappointing.
But,
I figured, like, being willing to, walk into a burning building to save people kind of makes it so that you have empathy for people.
Apparently not, because he was pretty cool with this.
Nice.
Let's see people's reactions to him. The irony of being a firefighter in hell. See, I want to read this one in a bit because it's a bit poignant, but your family can get over it. Your family will get over it. Corey at the pearly gates waiting to see whether or not he gets into heaven. Wow, they made these memes fucking quick. Holy shit. Your family will get over it. Ooh. Ooh. These fucking faces. Alright. See, Mr. Corey's, Corey might have lived a good life. You know, he died, like, on top of his daughter, like, trying to shield her from the bullets, which is, I don't care what your politics are, that's a pretty noble way to go out.
Definitely.
But this is a good example of, regardless of what you believe, don't have social media. And if you do have social media, keep your fucking mouth shut. Because that might just end up, whatever you say on your social media might just end up being your legacy.
Yeah, keep your fucking mouth shut is probably the best advice anyone can give anyone.
Everyone dies, people. Don't be like this guy. Make sure you leave behind a good legacy. Don't support the murder of children. That would have been nice of him if he didn't do that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that a lot.
That comment is now hitting hella hard, because, he did die.
Hey, and this guy's legacy is shit like this. His fucking Twitter page is full of crap like this.
I mean,
Not necessarily.
Credit to him, he was saying a bunch of shitty stuff and going to a Trump rally, but he was a firefighter who died protecting his daughter, so, like, props there.
I meant to pull up. Yes, props there. His politics suck. I don't think he deserved to die over it. Not everyone's saying that, though. Some people are saying that he did deserve to die just for being at the Trump rally.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
I wouldn't go that far either. Like, the main culprit of that was, like, Destiny, the political streamer. He was, like, going hard in the paint about how, fuck this dude, this guy and every Trump, like... Oh, man, I have to pull up what that guy said, but yeah, I disagree. I'm willing to say I don't think random Republicans should be fucking killed for what they think.
I think...
Brave opinion.
I think being a Trump supporter means one of two things. It means you're either a terrible person or you need therapy. And I'm guessing this guy just needed therapy. Or both. It's probably usually both. But,
these people are usually pretty set in their ways politically as well, so...
Yeah, I think... that, like, Trump supporters always...
I don't think supporting Trump really made him worse or better at all.
Probably not.
It just made him more annoying, if anything.
Yeah, this is more... Trump is like a crystallizing agent. You had all these, like, free-floating crazies everywhere, and then Trump showed up, and they all just formed this perfect diamond of madness.
Yeah, let's make it clear. I think that he probably brings out the he probably, like, fucking foments and brings out worse elements in people, but those things already exist in them.
Yeah.
He's not putting any... I don't think he's putting any crazier ideas in these people's head. He's just making them act, like they want to act.
Yeah. He's just the catalyst.
Let's see...
Which, like we said in last week's episode, him raising his fist like that was, like, the spark. So, all this, like, him being the nucleus to all this craziness, you know, that was just, like, gathering gasoline for the inevitable explosion.
No, him raising his fist, that showed me immediately, like, oh, that's why he commands these people. Because he fucking knew to do that almost immediately. And that's a level of instinct that most people don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I can't get comfortable in this crap hole.
Yeah, you're really in, like, a nook.
Yes. And it's hot as fucking... It's hotter than two rats fucking in a sock right here. So, it's not a comfortable position to be in.
Gotta break out that southern granddad to explain it, huh? Alright, let's see what this guy's got to say. He looks pretty reasonable so far.
This is like right outside of the RNC, I think.
Why is the sound off?
I don't think there's anything in this 4-second clip worth hearing, really. Yeah, there's not even sound in it to begin with. What the fuck?
Someone thinks the would-be assassin was a hero.
This is such a nothing fucking Reddit post to begin with, but I did pull this just because it reminded me that his name is Thomas Matthew Crooks, which is quite a school shooter name, not gonna lie.
He's got Crooks as his last name.
The only way that could have been better if his first name was Dylan.
Yeah,
Dylans
definitely.
are always school shooters.
Dude.
Minus the fucking one we know.
No. No.
No, they just.
I like Dylan, but he's got that he's got that dog in him.
Did you know that literally every fucking mass school shooter has been named Dylan?
I don't believe that.
All of them.
I don't believe that.
Their names changed to Dylan legally even after they died. No
Not
one
even
did
legally,
that.
just magically. All their birth certificates suddenly change.
You mentioned a few things about this gentleman, but yeah, some stuff came out about this guy after the shooting, because why the fuck wouldn't they? He didn't leave behind a manifesto or anything. But the main things that came out about him were what you mentioned, the fact that he was in his high school gun club.
Also, I don't know why that's been just, like, slipping under the radar of my mind. Every time the gun club comes up, my brain's like, but it never it hasn't clicked until you just said it there. Why the fuck would there be a high school gun club? Have we not had enough school shootings to know to keep guns away from high schoolers?
No, they're training to take down the school shooter.
Oh, don't do that.
No, it was like one of those clubs where they're under the supervision of, like, actually trained people. It's not just a bunch of high schoolers shooting, like, tin cans behind the school or something.
Yeah, I get the concept.
I'd be
It's
cool with
stupid.
either of them.
I get the concept. It's stupid. It's a stupid idea.
I would have totally joined a high school gun club. Are you kidding me?
I know you would have joined. I'm saying the people who allowed that to happen need to lose their jobs.
Nah, I think kids shooting things is dope.
You know
Long
what
as
the
it's
real
not other
problem
kids.
is? You know what the real problem is? You know what would stop all these kids from shooting other kids? If we trained them to shoot better. Then they could kill more children when they eventually snap.
Then when they eventually do turn their guns on their classmates, the other classmates will put them down quicker.
I say we not only open a gun club, but we also open up a military training club to make sure that these kids know how to kill lots of people in a short period of time.
See, aside from the gun club thing, pretty much everything points to this dude was almost definitely a conservative, which was a very... I was, like, weirded out by it in that, why would a Republican shoot Trump? But when I first heard this, I assumed, like, my thought process was, oh, a Democrat would probably shoot Trump, but this person's a fucking, like, mass shooter, so that probably means they're right wing.
Yeah.
And I was right in that assumption.
I figured he was right-wing just because he was attempting to shoot someone.
Funny how that ended up being correct.
Yeah.
That was literally my thought process was, alright, they were shooting Trump, so probably a Dem, but they were a mass shooter, so probably a Republican. And that was the correct one. That's the more flimsy one, and it was correct.
I mean, like, I feel like that's kind of what you get when you, like, make your entire fan base out of literally insane people. Some of them are going to try to shoot you.
My assumption here, once I learned this kid was right-wing, was that he was going after Trump because Trump's not right-wing enough. Because a lot of these, like, Groiper chud freak types hate Trump because he's an ally to Israel and they hate Jews. They hate Trump because he hasn't, like, turned America into a white ethno-state yet. They hate Trump because he, like, held up a pride flag one time. Like, shit like that is, like, he's not right. Like, he's not enough of a fucking, like, madman for them.
I feel like he would have left the manifesto if that was the case. I think this guy, my imagination for what happened with this guy is he got kicked out of the gun club for not being able to make that mark. So he went to assassinate the president at that mark.
Well, they weren't back to back. It's not like he got kicked out of the gun club.
Well, I know. You can't just, like, show up. You can't be like, oh, well, after
pretty
school,
sure
I'm going to go shoot the president.
I don't think he's still a high schooler. I think he's graduated by this point.
I feel like that was probably...
Yeah, he was, like, 20 when he... I remember seeing people saying he was 20.
I mean, I feel like getting kicked out of the gun club was probably pretty significant to him, which is probably why he did this with iron sights. He's probably been practicing this a lot.
I feel like he might just be, like, stupid.
Oh, he's definitely stupid, but I'm saying, like, I feel like this was an ego thing for him.
I figured it was either, oh, Trump's not right-wing enough for me, or it was the Epstein shit that came out about Trump.
I doubt it's the Epstein thing.
Yeah, that was gonna be my thing, was like, is this like the one conservative that actually has like principles about this?
No way.
But like, this kid was also kind of, everything points to him being more conservative than anything, but he also like used to be, he gave $15 to a Democratic like foundation one time. and people are trying to use that as definitive proof that he was, like, a Democrat in disguise.
This guy's a real wild card.
He was, I'll be real, I think he was, like, politically kind of, I think he leaned conservative, but overall I think he was politically, like...
a gray area?
Illiterate, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he really had any fucking clue what he was doing or talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Is like I don't think this was as politically motivated as people might expect. I feel like this was a personal thing.
He had like apparently he had like hundreds of rounds of ammo and bombs in his car. I think this dude was going to go commit like a mass like what would be the word here? Bullet throwing? He was gonna come and
the big fear.
But saw Trump like just happens to be in town that day, so he thought, oh, I'll do this instead. This'll give me way more fucking. This'll be way more impactful. And then he fucking missed.
I think that's exactly what it was. Yeah, I like. That's
why
what
would
I'm
you
trying to
bring
say.
bombs to a fucking assassination attempt?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say with it being like an ego thing. Like I don't think this was like specifically.
This has nothing.
The way he pops up on screen. That's such like a BuzzFeed way of bringing him up.
I think this feeds into the point that you're about to make, but I think this dude was just an incel loser who wanted to go out high.
Yeah, I really think he was just trying to get some like some like death clout.
Let's listen to some objective scientific reasoning for why this fucker was ugly as shit.
You can
assassinate Donald Trump. His face is overly long, his cheekbones are low set, and his facial thirds are unbalanced. His chin is too long, his jaw is narrow, and his jaw angle is too acute.
You really brought this up for this?
Yes.
He has a class 3 malocclusion and a recessed maxilla, which leads to a concave side profile and an underbite. At least he has a long ramus and an acute gonial angle. His mid-face is highly feminized. His eyes are more than one eye apart, and his lips are thin and unproportionate. His nose is too broad and poorly shaped. His eyebrows are extremely thin and poorly shaped, and his skin texture is poor. He is a 3 out of 10 facially with 31% facial
What's funny is
harmony,
I
which
was
is a
calling
highly
this dude a
unattractive.
3 out of 10 before I even fucking watched this.
What was the point of putting him on blast like that?
That's what he gets for trying to assassinate our great president like that. I would fucking cry if I saw a video of this made about me. Because I know for a fact I get maybe a 6 or a 7 on that on a good day. I think there might actually be some science to this. Like,
what are you talking about?
Like, discussing, like, what makes a face look fucked up in our minds. Like, I do think there is a science to why, like, oh, this kid having a fucking chin that's this long doesn't look very attractive.
What are we doing right now? We're talking about the guy who tried to shoot the president, and you're like, no, I actually think they're onto something. This guy is actually fugly. I think you could, like...
Do we have to re-listen to why he was ugly? Because I'm willing to do that.
I don't know why we're on this tear, man.
All I'm saying is, this guy explained really well why this dude had to do this. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, imagine if that video came out before he did the assassination and that was the reason.
So they just chose that random loser to make fun of.
They just fucking, like, executed this guy.
I'm a 3 out of 10, huh? And loads AR-15. Well, say goodbye to your president. And then it whizzes by him doing nothing.
This isn't just YouTube.
All right. We're gonna...
It's Plux. Real
Man,
raw
why
and
did we have to
ridiculously
get the
fun. No
one
fluff,
mass
no
shooter
fakes.
that can't aim?
Why did we have to get the one ugly mass shooter?
I don't think a lot of those are good looking.
I don't think pretty much any of them are. They will get, like, Tumblr girls, like, lusting after... This dude...
I don't know why
This dude's probably too ugly for that, actually.
I don't know why that is. No, he'll probably still get some. But, like... I don't know why that is, but for some reason...
The idea that a guy is dangerous is attractive to some women.
Yeah, but, like,
very
to
mentally
that
ill
point,
women.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Disappointing.
I agree. All right. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but you know that company BlackRock that buys up all the housing and is the reason that we're never going to own a home?
Yeah.
Here's a commercial by them that I'm just going to play for no real reason.
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Did you catch that?
Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do.
Let's see if I can nail
I hope
this.
when I retire someday, they say that guy made this place a special place to come to school.
No way. No way. Is that really him?
That is him.
Holy shit.
Is that fucking crazy?
Oh my god.
This dude was just in a BlackRock commercial.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh my god, dude.
There's
That
his-
is...
There's his gonoidal fleck or whatever the fuck that moron called it.
Dude. I'm
In
religious
Pittsburgh,
now.
Pennsylvania, financial well-being to me
Yeah,
is
that
knowing
shit you were
that
saying
I
about
can be free to do the
how
things that I love
our
to do.
apocalypse is ridiculous.
Place a
I
special place
believe
to come
in
to school
God, and I believe
gave
God
as much as he
hates
could
me.
to help the community.
Deeply. This is vengeance.
Matthew Crooks. The ad is from 2023. What in the world is going on? Leave a comment below and hit that
All
blood
right, this is a
subscribe button.
cancer video. I thought they would actually explain what was going on here.
What in the world is going on?
Whoa, God.
Bakugo.
Why are you talking like that? Hold on. Well, let's make fun of this guy now that he's wasted my time.
Bakugo.
This is the shooter, Thomas Matthew
Come
Crooks.
back. Kiss me.
The ad is from 2023.
This is anime dub chills, dude.
Anime dub chills? What is that?
Who, you know how the guy that goes, number 15, Burger King, this is like what he would, this is how he would sound if he were in an anime dub.
Yeah,
but
if somebody like
with that,
vocoded like Deku over him.
What is this? Why is he in this BlackRock commercial?
Like and subscribe.
What else does this moron say?
Hit
Hold
that
on.
blood subscribe button.
It literally sounds like those people who do like the Deku impression on Roblox.
It's like 30 seconds until the video ends, and he's really saying leave a like and a subscribe.
Subscribe so you can see this video again, I guess. This green text is so
This is my favorite.
unnecessarily hard.
This
dude.
is one of my favorite green texts from this. I have a couple pulled up just because 4chan's reaction to seeing that it was one of them who went and shot the fucking president was really funny. Decide to assassinate the president. Have clear shot at a man who is the size of a city block. Have ridiculous amount of time to aim and take shot. Yeah, he had almost 6 fucking minutes. Miss. Hit 3 randos instead. Thank you, retardy Oswald. The retard. Oh my god, retardy. I'm just now getting that.
Oh my god, dude. Reddit really had to...
This is 4chan, not Reddit.
They're basically the same.
They are not the same at all.
4chan just had to obliterate one of their own for failing the mission. Banished him to the Shadow Realm for losing. For
What?
failing.
Was he an incel? White male. Haha, I love how that's the fucking, like, one of the criteria.
Of course it is.
Did you know that fucking, like, 60% of incels are Indian?
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Why?
incel... People online who you see, like, bragging about being an incel, that's an Indian guy.
Why?
Probably because they're all gross.
Dial that back, man.
The males... Let's make this clear.
Slow down, man. I'm not gonna be associated with your racial tirades.
I mean, the fucking, like, incel ones are definitely, like, the shrimpy fucking, like, 5'0" like, weird, disgusting Indian males you see.
I've definitely seen them.
You know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah. I blame that on them being invaded by the British, though. Got those weak genes. in 'em.
I don't think that's British genetics.
That's
I think
definitely
that's
British genetics, man.
That's living in a hot, gross climate. It shrunk their bodies in order to adapt to it.
No, not them being small. Them being incels.
Oh, the incel thing is because of their, like, despicable physical characteristics, though.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's why a bunch of them are also, like, misogynist fucking, like, weirdos.
What, because they're weak?
Because they're incels. I guess.
Yeah, that goes with being an incel.
I guess being physically disgusting makes them misogynist first because women won't date them, then they become incels.
No, they become incels, and then being an incel makes you misogynistic.
Yeah, I guess
incel just means involuntary celibate. If people won't have sex with you, then that just makes you an incel.
See, ugly as fuck, registered Republican, clearly suicidal, middle-class suburban upbringing, gun owner who watched chud YouTubers. Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention. When he was killed, he was wearing merch for Demolition Ranch.
Never heard of it.
It's just like, he's like the biggest gun channel on YouTube. I'm subscribed to him, although I don't really watch any of his videos.
That doesn't bode well for you, man. If you weren't buff, I would assume you were an incel.
I'm called a gym cell. I ain't getting laid.
Don't identify with that.
I ain't getting laid with these muscles.
Yeah, maybe keep that to yourself.
But yeah, Demolition Ranch, his content is apolitical, like he never mentions politics in it, but he himself is definitely a Republican. But yeah, even he came out and was like, I am against people who kill the president wearing my merch. It's like, thanks for that, man.
Wow. Good. nice cover, dude.
No social media. Oh yeah, this dude had 0 social media, which is why it was like hard to even know anything about him. Originally.
I mean, props to him on that point.
I gotta give him props on that one thing.
Actually, yes, because like I have a very small social media presence. I've made like 4 posts ever on multiple, like any platform, and I gotta say it is quite good on my mental health.
It was clearly good for his as well.
I mean, if he was more active on social media, I feel like he would have probably been worse.
Almost certainly on the spectrum. Female classmate referred to him as nice guy who liked politics and history. All the evidence for his motive is right in front of us.
Yeah.
Unironically, I think they're not wrong.
I was not at all confused about what his motive was. I saw him once and I was like, yeah, that's him.
This is just addressing, like, the people who insist that this guy is a Democrat, even though... Because they were just assuming originally, like, oh yeah, he was shot by a Democrat. Which, to be fair, I kind of made that assumption as well. But I also assumed he would be a right-winger, and I was right on that one. Let's see. Shoots Trump. Dem Lamau. Registered Republican. Dem in disguise. Wearing GunTuber merch. Dem trying to blend in.
Alright, hold on. Pause real quick. Dem feels very, like... LGBT community to me.
That does sound like some shit some fucking weirdo would ask you to call them for their pronouns.
Like
my name's Dem, Deer, and Danish.
It feel like whenever you say Dem, my first thought is like the abbreviations for like trans mask and like femme presenting and stuff like that. Just the 3-letter abbreviation. I keep trying to figure out what trans acronym that's for. Or not acronym, but abbreviation that's for.
Member of a gun club for over a year. Clearly a Dem practicing his aim. Wanted to join the military. Obviously a Dem seeking military training. Wore camouflage and hunting outfits to school. Clearly nothing but a Dem making a fashion statement. Classmates remember him as a conservative. High school kids don't understand political nuance, unlike me, obviously a Dem. $15 donation to Act Blue from when he was 16. Dem spotted Lamau, only a Dem would do that, no other explanation, lefties blown the fuck out.
Okay, I
only pulled this up because it reminded me a bunch of the other shit that proved he was a conservative.
Okay, I thought this was serious for like half of it. I thought the guy was genuinely saying that.
No, he was.
Yeah, he was up until the end there where I was like, okay, he's making fun of the people who think he was a Democrat.
Yeah, he's there's like an equal amount of like shit flinging on both sides on 4chan. Let's see. So, the Republican National Convention happened shortly after this. And
Hulk Hogan is
I actually kind of got these backwards.
Hulk Hogan has been recorded saying the N-word. So, like, I am 0% surprised he's a Trump supporter. And he has a handlebar mustache without a nose ring.
What's funny is...
I fully thought that woman had Down syndrome for a second.
What's funny is, I'll actually explain it more once we get to the Hulk Hogan bit. Ah, you motherfucker, it's not clicking anywhere near the fucking close button. See, at the Republican National Convention, pretty much everyone was wearing these things. Like, just like something covering their right ear.
It's literally like they're wearing crosses.
Yeah, you were talking about, we were talking last week about how Trump doesn't even have to die to be a martyr, and here's proof positive of that.
Yeah, these people are wearing icons of him being sacrificed for their sins.
The RNC was basically just Trump accepting his nomination as the Republican candidate. And, yeah, everyone there was wearing crap like this. Remember when these people said they wouldn't wear masks because they aren't sheep? Anyway.
Good point.
A funny moment happened as a result. This gentleman was, went a little bit viral.
Other things, the fashion of the delegates. And I want to point out the latest trend that we spotted. This is Joe Neglia from
Tempe, Arizona.
Tempe, Arizona. This is your first convention?
Well, the first one I attended, I was elected in 2022, but that one was canceled because of COVID.
And I noticed what you're wearing on your right ear.
This is the newest fashion trend. I'm getting this going. Everybody in the world is going to be wearing these pretty soon. It's the latest thing. My wife tells me I dress like an engineer, but I'm setting new fashion ground here. So.
And you just made this in your hotel room today with an envelope, or what?
No, I folded it up on the bus on the way here.
Joe, thank you for that. Arizona is among those states that has...
Yeah, I didn't...
In what universe is he dressed like an engineer?
That dude mostly went viral for being an awkward weirdo. That was the whole reason you just saw that clip.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable. But, yeah, that's not a good sign. Everyone wearing a bandage over their ear like he died on the cross or something is pretty concerning.
I'm just like, I also got shot in my ear.
He lost his ear for us. I don't care about those other, 3 people that died, but, President Trump lost a piece of his ear and went,
Let's see, so, man, I meant to pull this, but, this, attempted assassination emboldened a bunch of people, and it's made a bunch of people come out of the woodwork in support of Trump. What's funny, though, is that the polls just came out for this. Trump did not get a boost in the polls from this. Which is something that happens literally every time an attempted assassination happens. So that's
weird.
It's a sign that Trump has just tapped out, no one who didn't like Trump before was persuaded by this. Everyone who didn't like Trump was like, darn. And everyone who would have been swayed by this probably already supported him to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan was clearly swayed.
Hulk Hogan was this dude was so obviously conservative before, but it was like I don't talk about politics kind of thing. But after this, he decided to come out, and they introduced him with his legal name, but he just stayed in the Hulk Hogan character for the entire speech.
Yeah, because, Republicans love Hulk Hogan.
They probably do. He was getting, a big fucking applause here.
Like they're literally 11-year-olds.
What's
all these 32-inch pythons.
Fucking Elon Musk also came out fully endorsing him, which he wasn't doing a good job hiding that he was on his... But, yeah, apparently Elon Musk is now going to be giving Trump $50 million a fucking month until November.
Dude, he's like the real-life Iron Man.
Wow. Remember when Iron Man would bribe corrupt pedophiles into giving him tax breaks?
And then fuck up the atmosphere with mercury and not be cool or smart at all? Make the shittiest cars known to man? Dude, there's at least one Cybertruck driving around Lake County. I have been attempted to run it off the road.
I've seen a couple. Like when I went to the farmers market last week, there was one just in the parking lot, and I wanted to like tap it and see how many panels fell off of it from me doing that.
You should have like sneezed on it and seen how quickly it like eroded through the steel.
I should have peed on it and see how quickly it corroded into a fucking pile of rust. But yeah, let's listen to some of Hulk Hogan's speech. Unfortunately, I could only find it interspliced with this Idiocracy footage, but I think it's a bit fitting.
You literally can't. It's hard to say which one's real and which one's like from the show.
Idiocracy has come off as more of a horror movie to me than anything
because it's real now.
Yes.
IQ than any man alive. He's gonna
is he literally just saying the same
back
shit?
in our White House, America is gonna start winning again. He's got a higher IQ than any man alive.
Trump has said that about himself.
The price of food and gas and housing is out of control. And the only person who can clean this up is Donald Trump.
Why would Trump do anything about those
things? He's gonna make them grow again. He's gonna win in November, and we're all gonna be champions again when he wins.
These fuckers, like, whole personality really is tied up in that dude's presidency.
Trumpomania, run wild, brother.
Oh my God.
Trumpomania, make America.
He has so much trouble carrying those shirts now.
That's what I thought.
I bet you they could pop off a fucking machine gun at the RNC and get applause for it.
It is crazy how a couple years ago that was so completely ridiculous that people made it a comedy. And now it is literally real.
I think Idiocracy is like 2008 or something like that.
2008. 2008.
Oh, 2006.
Okay, 2006.
Less than 20 years later, and it's
literally real.
Yes.
The dumbest possible like apocalypse we've ever depicted is the real one. Oh my God. Dude, turn the particle collider on again. Just rerun it. We need a different universe than this one.
This is... So, fucking Trump's wife is back out in public. I guess,
Back out in public? Did they take her off the shelf or something?
Yeah, she just hasn't been, like, seen in public since, for, like, a couple of years now. It's clear these fuckers don't actually love each other. She can't stand Trump, but she also hates, like, all this shit, too. Look at her face while this is going. Oh, I do not want to hear this. That poor woman is so aware of how fucking stupid this is. This is some Vought shit right here. This should be the Deep doing this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got? I love that guy, actually. I would have a beer with that guy and then make it a very much a point not to talk politics with him.
Yeah, he's probably not as cool as he looks.
He looks really cool, too.
Yeah, I know. He looks so friendly.
I saw some pictures of Melania when she first arrived at the convention, and her pupils are filling her entire fucking eyeballs. She is so zonked out here. I doubt she can do this shit without being high as balls.
I probably couldn't. Oh man, this looks so cursed.
This poor woman just wanted to marry some old guy and fuck him like once or twice until he died. And now not only is he not dying, he drags her out to this dumb shit.
Yeah, and he's got like a pretty decent chance of becoming a dictator.
And he's a pedophile, and he cheats on her all the time.
Yeah, she's probably regretting choosing him over, I don't know. Like,
I would...
I just forgot his name.
I would have been
the
more...
other one. The one that... Joe Biden, yeah.
Oh.
I totally forgot his name for a couple seconds there.
See,
Oh, yeah,
it was
keep
only a
getting
mistake on
fucking
her end because he's not dead yet. But
yeah.
her eyes freak me the fuck out, and those two have such a fucking sham marriage on top of it, so it's almost like cruel to even be dragging her out there.
Yeah, I
They, like,
feel
sleep-
bad for her, honestly.
They sleep in, like, separate beds. I don't think they ever... I think they're only, like, haven't divorced at this point because Trump knows it would look bad for him to divorce the First Lady.
Yeah, definitely.
But otherwise, I don't think those two are, like...
I'm surprised they live in the same house.
She doesn't sleep in the same bed as him.
I'm not surprised by that in the slightest.
Can you imagine that gross fucking tub of sour cream straddling you?
Ugh. Don't put that in my head, you dick.
But anyway, here was another moment that went viral from the RNC. I already showed you this, but I like it a lot, so we're watching it again.
Yeah.
Bottom line, to
those of you
every
watching at home are
single
not
thing
going to
that's
guess
going
where
on
this
in
clip
great
goes.
country today is one thing. We become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November.
I fucking love that dog so much.
Dude, I love that just cold pan out.
That
completely straight-faced and pans out, and he's got a fucking bulldog.
He's got a bulldog that looks like him next to him.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Apparently, this dog's name is Baby Dog, and she's basically his mascot. He got her in, like, 2020, and... like, I saw the beginning of his speech, and everyone was chanting, Baby Dog! Baby Dog! And I'd be on their side, personally.
Dude, honestly, I kind of get the Trumpers. Like, the idea of just, like, completely disassociating from reality and just, like...
having
just
fun
being
with
like,
this kind of shit.
Yeah, because the whole, like, every Trump rally I see just looks like a 4th of July barbecue.
It looks fun.
Dude, if I could just,
and they
like,
do shit like this and have Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan speak at their fucking convention.
Dude, getting blackout drunk and going to a Trump rally is probably I mean, assuming you're white, is probably fucking tight.
No, I've, like, told people, I've said for years I wouldn't mind going to a Trump rally just for the atmosphere. It looks like a lot of fun. I wouldn't fucking, like, probably talk to anyone there.
I would be...
But tripping balls while you're there would be a lot of fun.
Hell no, dude. That would be a panic attack.
That would
on
actually
touchdown.
That would actually be some, like...
I would be so nervous the entire time that they would, like, pick up on my, like... On my not... insanity, or my I guess different flavor of insanity, and then just, like, attack me like a colony of ants.
I would probably just start saying racist shit to blend in. And it rolls off the tongue effortlessly with me, so they would not be able to tell.
You're so chud passing.
I know.
Dude, I can't even, like, pass around my family. If my like, relatives get a little bit too drunk, they start giving me, like, the look. They're like,
the fuck me look?
No,
I know the feeling.
They give me, like, the fucking pipe down the libtards here.
Can you imagine fucking, like, this happening at, like, a Joe Biden thing? Just having a big, fat, adorable dog there?
No, because fucking... Democrats take themselves so fucking seriously.
To the point that it makes them look ridiculous, ironically.
Yeah.
Because they're a bunch of feeble, disgusting old cretins. And
all the Democrats are like, listen to the corpse. he's gonna tell us why it's good to bomb children. And then all the Trump rally people are like,
look at my dog!
That's Hulk Hogan and a fucking dog!
I'm flying through the air!
Chris Rock's singing right now, and I'm going into cardiac arrest.
Baby Dog, if you want me to chloroform this guy, strip him butt naked, dump him behind the building, wonder why I took his clothes off, and then take you home with me, just blink twice.
Or don't blink
I saw
at all.
it, you saw it.
I'll do it anyways.
I was planning on doing all that anyway. There's already a bed for you.
Baby Dog.
I'm gonna...
Dude, I would vote for a baby dog, honestly.
A bunch of the comments said that, too.
Dude, Baby Dog would probably be a better president than Biden.
She'd be in better shape if I had her. Let's see. So, following the Trump rally, a lot of people made some, fuck, I meant to pull this up. I actually totally spaced this. Alright, now I've got it pulled up.
Tenacious D?
Yes. As you can...
That's fucking sick.
As you can imagine, some people had some very, hot takes regarding the Trump situation. The biggest one being, Tenacious D's Kyle Gass, who is the fat old man. Not Jack Black, the fat old man everyone knows.
The other one.
The other fat old man in Tenacious D. But, the shooting happened on his birthday. This is his birthday, and they're, like, bringing out a cake to him. It should be on. Yeah, it's all the way up. The fuck?
We could pick something out on it. Dude, they got a robot bringing out his cake?
That is sick. There has got to be, like, actual audio.
There probably is audio, but there's something wrong with your computer right now.
That is so annoying and odd.
Here, hold on, you might hit the mute button.
There we go. Alright, I think that was it.
Well, I hit it twice.
This is actually a better angle, so we'll watch this one.
You have the...
That has happened before, but no. It wouldn't have just, like, switched on its own. Boy, howdy, I sure do love troubleshooting shit in the middle of the show. See, yeah, let's go on break and figure out what the heck is going on here.
Agreed.
Alright, we shall return in a sec. Alright, that was a nice short break. Nothing of interest happened during that very minimal break whatsoever.
Speak for yourself, that was the longest piss of my life.
Yes. At least nothing, like, world-shattering or, like, event-changing happened during it. That would be, unfortunate.
Downright kooky.
Just checking that other page for no reason here. So, we're just gonna go ahead and, finish up these stories we were discussing. I think what we were discussing here was, like, this is still connected to the Trump, A-word.
Speaking of which, I keep looking at this shorts thing over here on the side.
At John Cena, just fucking...
No, this. 70% which presidents had, and it's a picture of JFK. I wonder what that could possibly be about.
Had the lowest and highest approval. Oh, that's boring.
Which presidents had the most explodey heads?
Did you know his head just did that?
That is like the 1,000th time you've made that joke, and I heard it somewhere else first.
I heard that from somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
stop saying it.
It's a good joke.
I know. I think it to myself whenever I fucking see him.
All right. Back to whatever this video was about. So, yes, what I was discussing previously was how people are getting canceled to absolute bejesus and back for making fun of this event. And this is pretty much the #1 example, was this big, fat old gentleman here, next to the voice of Kung Fu Panda, went ahead and made this joke here. Let's just listen to it real quick.
Play it.
I was figuring that was going to show him.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Don't miss Trump next time. You can't say that sort of thing. Prompted disgust from many online. I don't think most people cared, really.
I mean, I kind of figured that he had these views. They seem... Both of them seem pretty, I mean, they made Tenacious D.
Pretty much all celebrities, like, hate Trump.
Yeah. Also, these guys are, like, pretty cool, so... Not saying there's a correct opinion on this, but there is one.
There is an opinion we like better than others.
Yes, so,
let's get a look at Jack Black's face when this happens real quick, by the way.
Don't miss Trump next time.
No, it looks like he's just laughing there. Something about that, like, music that started playing right there just sounded like the Windows, like, pinging sound over and over again. Did you hear that, too?
Yeah.
I thought that was my computer malfunctioning, but, like, I didn't want to, like, say it at all at first.
They remixed your, computer on its last legs.
This computer is on its last legs. I need to get a new one soon.
Yeah.
Let's
We spent, like, 10 minutes wrestling with this thing to get it working.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent 10 minutes last week as well.
I was blindsided by what...
Alright, here was Jack Black's response to this after the fact.
I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. After much reflection, I no longer feel it's appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding.
What was funny is people were way angrier at Jack Black for putting this out than they were, like, I didn't see anyone who was mad at Kyle Gass for what he said. I saw plenty of people mad at Jack Black for, like, oh, that was real cool of you to not stand by your friend, dude.
I mean, like, on a personal level, yeah, that's kind of annoying, but, like, I feel like publicity-wise, he probably made the best decision. Because, you know, Tenacious D is kind of a brand, so associating with, like...
yeah, but the brand is the two of them. They are Tenacious D.
But there's a reason why there's a reason why we know Jack Black's name and we don't know Kyle Gass's. It's because
Speak for yourself.
Okay. So that's because Jack knows how to, you know, market himself publicly better. I don't know how much Jack Black realistically disagrees with Kyle Gass.
I don't think he really disagrees with him at all deep down. I think this is just, oh man, they might fire me from Mario 2 or Kung Fu Panda 5.
I'm like 99% sure that's what's going on here. I honestly don't blame him.
Kung Fu Panda 5 is the real worry here.
I don't blame him here. I think he's made the right choice of words here too. He says he doesn't want to condone hate speech or political violence in any form. Rather, he didn't say that he disagrees or anything like that. He's just like, this is gonna fuck up my branding, so I'm not.
I really don't want to lose any money on this, guys, so I'm going to pretend that I was really offended by what Kyle said.
Hey, he doesn't say he was offended anywhere in here. He said he was blindsided.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Blindsided. He was fucking laughing along with it there, practically. He wasn't laughing, but he was not, like, that shocked by it. I think, like, privately some producers came up to him and were like, listen, Jack, you gotta, like, distance yourself from what your friend just said because, like, conservatives also give us money.
I think that moment of him just sort of, like, sitting there for a second then going back to whatever he was doing was probably him, like, Kyle, what the fuck are you saying?
And,
fuck up Kung Fu Panda 6!
Here was the follow-up of that. Tenacious D's Kyle Gass axed by talent agency after, quote, inappropriate Trump shooting remarks.
Talent agency?
Why would...
What the hell does that mean, talent agency? He's already famous.
Yeah, that is... What do these guys need a talent... I guess the talent agency, like, does, like, all the behind-the-scenes work and other crap for them. But, like... how is their talent agency possibly going to, like, market other Tenacious D shows without him there? This seems a little short-sighted, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
The only thing I can really hope for in regards to this whole story is that Jack Black doesn't, like, double down on, I hope he doesn't double down on like distancing himself from Kyle. I hope it. I hope he just stands his ground where he is now and leaves it be, and maybe rolls it back.
I hope the worst that comes out of this is their stupid tour being, this tour being like canceled for now. But I hope this doesn't lead to them like not like their friendship breaking up or anything, because I think everyone would be against Jack Black in this case. Because people adore Kyle Gass as much as they do Jack Black when they're in a duo together, so... And plus, most people weren't actually offended by what Kyle Gass said. It was a pretty tame joke.
Yeah.
Like, all things it was about as tame a joke you can make in this situation.
Yeah. I especially, like, nowadays, it's... not that it's really not that big of a deal to joke about that type of thing. People make 9/11 jokes in literally every comment section.
These are the same motherfuckers that will bitch and moan and pee-pee poo-poo cum their pants because fucking Steven Crowder isn't allowed to go onto a college campus and scream the N-word at every kid that passes by them while like slapping his wife around. But like those same people are like flocking to do this exact same shit.
Yeah, though the reason for that is because they're old, and old people have money. So they get to decide what people are allowed to say.
Couldn't happen to a nicer communist. Is he a communist? Quote, talent agency.
Idea.
Talent? Whatever. It's a mix of people complaining. I was hoping it was going to be a bunch of chuds being like, serves you right. Maybe this will show you how we feel.
Oh, yeah.
I got fired from my highly successful band with Jack Black just like this for telling a racist joke at work.
Yeah, I forgot you were looking through the Twitter comments, so I was like, man, these guys are not in support of him.
Hey, you. This is called XECKS.
Wrong.
You show it respect.
It's Twitter. I don't care who bought it.
What is this crap?
Especially not that loser. It still sucks.
What loser?
I didn't get Twitter when it was still blue.
Who are you even talking about? Oh, yeah, look at this. From the people who really care about political violence.
Democrats incited this. Also Republicans. I mean, honestly... I just wish they would pick a side, man. I'm fine with Joe Biden, like this bumper sticker.
They have a side. They're completely cool with it, as you can see here. They're just fucking lying. Because they don't want their guy being made fun of. They're cool doing this with the other side's guys. That's what I'm saying.
They have to pick a side. They can't play both sides. Let me be clear. They either have to be totally cool with inciting violence, or they have to be not cool with inciting violence.
I am cool with both of them. Because I'm not a hack. I am completely okay with seeing this shit. This would probably make me laugh.
Yeah, I would enjoy this bumper sticker if I wasn't 100% certain that this guy that has this bumper sticker is for sure crazy racist.
I smoked J.D. Vance's couch.
What the fuck does that mean?
That became a meme with Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance. Someone, like, misquoted a quote from him saying that he fucked couches in his memoir. Like, they, like, attributed it to a page and everything, but it's, of course, not actually in the book, but people didn't care because the idea of Trump's fucking VP fucking a couch was so funny to people that they just ran with it and it became a meme.
This guy, where did you read that just now?
That's his profile name.
Oh, I smoked J.D. Vance's couch. What the fuck?
I guess that was another bit of news that happened during our break, was that Trump announced his VP pick, and that happened, and then Biden dropped out, and now it's Kamala. That all happened during our little break.
I have no idea. I know basically nothing about Kamala. The only thing
no
I've
one does.
Ever...
They hid. You know, they made her sit with the kids during a fucking, like, Thanksgiving meal at the White House.
Really?
That's, like, the first thing about her that pops into my head, because they took her that unseriously.
Damn.
Her, like, for fucking Joe Biden's entire pregnancy. They don't like each other.
Did you say pregnancy?
Pregnancy. Presidency.
Where was your mind just now?
Pregnant women. Obviously.
God, I want to see her with a baby belly.
God, I want to see her belly button distended. Ew. But yeah, that is like the first thing about her that pops into my mind is how little they respect that chick. And now, imagine how sour it must have been for old Joe to have to hand it off to the chick that he forced to sit at the fucking kids' table.
I'm gonna be real with you, he doesn't know. He probably still thinks he's running.
No, apparently he was really, like, bitter and pissed off for, like, a couple of days before he announced. And then a couple of days... That's why it took him a couple days after to even, like, show his face in public. Was because he was just, like, all butthurt that, like... One, that he even had to give this up, but that he's also been really butthurt because of how, like, much people have been making fun of him for the past few months.
That's fucking great. He's so, like, dementia-addled, but he still has time to be
still
fucking
petty
piece
enough.
of shit.
Still petty enough to be like, don't make fun of me, you guys.
That and be like, no, I don't like her.
See, so this
Pick
is
a boy to do it.
This is what, like, the normal rank-and-file Republicans... Let's see what the head honcho...
Hold on, pause. He has a custom license plate that says Trump something else. That's cringe.
They fucking scribbled it out barely here.
Cringe. He got a custom... He paid extra to have Trump on his license plate.
Holy shit. This dude is, is so goddamn insufferable.
Yeah, That's why I won't laugh at this bumper sticker, because it's
not even a bumper
funny...
sticker, it's a bumper banner.
Yeah.
It's all over his fucking truck.
That's why I don't find it funny, because I know the guy who has this isn't joking. I know he's not doing this ironically. And I know if you asked him, he'd be like, it's a joke, I can have it on there because it's a joke. It's like, nobody's fucking stopping you. It would be funny if you weren't completely serious. It's completely unfunny because of how serious you are. It's fucking annoying.
I find this stuff... I would laugh at this, but I would also think, like, man, if I made a joke about Trump getting shot in front of this guy, he would fucking piss his pants, probably.
I know, they're completely insufferable.
Like, I love how the fucking, like, hypocrisy doesn't even, like, compute in their minds, and you can tell it doesn't.
Yeah,
some of them are just, like, that stupid. Others are just taking advantage of how stupid those people are and being, like, dishonest cunts about it. See, I expect this from the rank-and-file crowd, though. The same way I expect the rank-and-file to make fun of Trump when he gets shot. Because why shouldn't they? These people work for us. We don't have to fucking be, like... personally invested in their lives, even to the point that if they fucking, like, expire, we'll say, or explode spontaneously like JFK's head or Trump's ear, we don't have to, like, cry about that. But these people probably would.
I actually had one of these guys that I liked at one point, Bernie, and if he died, or if he got assassinated, I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, cowabummer. And that would be it.
That sucks. At least he wasn't going to get anything done anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you don't have to be that sad about it. Let's see what the head honcho has to say about this, though.
And her parents are so...
What a weird way to open that. You didn't even have the tab open. He was already moaning in our ear.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I picked this one. I think they... I have to turn this shit up. I think they intentionally put that there because I don't think that...
All right, man. I gotta flame you real quick. Give me the cursor. This Clone High thumbnail has been on like 3 of the tabs you've opened up.
Yeah, I don't know why. Whenever I first listen to anything song related, it will recommend that in literally every subsequent thing afterwards.
I'm just gonna say, You fucking suck for this.
I do like that song, and I do like Clone High, but it gets tiring.
I have no idea what the song is, and I've seen a few clips from Clone High that I think are funny. But to have this this cringe thumbnail so perpetually in your sidebar there.
It's intentionally cringe. The video itself is like kind of an ironic shitpost, but it's buried in so many layers that the average layman would not be able to tell watching it. It would just come off as like a cringe music video.
Yeah, raise your pinky higher.
I am actually smarter for understanding it. Not gonna lie. But moaning aside, this is how Trump reacted to Pelosi's husband almost getting fucking hammered to death.
Up your and her parents are so proud, huh?
What is he doing there?
Bing, bong, bong, bing, 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 bing. And we'll stand up to crazy Nancy Pelosi who ruined San Francisco.
What the fuck is he talking about?
How's her husband doing, by the way? Anybody know? And she's against building a wall at our border, even though she has a wall around her house, which obviously didn't do a very good job. Some people...
It's weird to say, like, oh, it's weird to... she doesn't want me to build a border, but her house has a border, but her border didn't work. It's like, okay...
Maybe
that's not a good case for your border, man. But...
I really like this guy. He's a straight talker. I like the way he just makes fun of people's trauma.
God, he is so funny. How often do you hear any of the other bitch-ass politicians moaning like lunatics during their thing?
Never.
You know he brings up, like, Hannibal Lecter constantly in his fucking speeches?
Does he?
Yeah, he'll just be like... Have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs? It's a wonderful movie. Wonderful movie.
You're so fucking
love the guy.
Shit.
No, he really does this.
No,
love the guy. Love the guy. Hannibal
Lecter.
He'll have you for dinner. You like he says that shit.
You're full of it. You're so full of shit, dude.
Okay.
Lying through your teeth.
You're gonna feel real stupid.
I hope you're telling me the truth, because I want that to be real.
They're emptying out their jails into the United States. They're emptying out their mental institutions into the United States, our beautiful country. And now the prison populations all over the world are down. They don't want to report that. The mental institution population is down because they're taking people from insane asylums and from mental institution. You know what the difference is, right? An insane asylum is a mental institution.
Holy shit, man. He's been repeating the same sentence for like the past... That was only 30 seconds? God damn.
Also, who the fuck is he talking about? They're releasing their mental institute patients into our country?
Fucking Ronald Reagan... Maybe, because that actually happened under him. He just makes up bullshit. Nothing he says is fucking truthful. You don't have to actually listen to it.
Is he saying... I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Is he saying other countries are bringing their mentally disturbed population to our country and just dropping them off here?
I have no clue what the context to this is. I just know that this is what he uses as his springboard to start talking about Hannibal Lecter.
Does he do this multiple times, or is this the only time?
There's, like, I've seen, like, several different clips of him talking about Hannibal Lecter. He, like, really likes that character. I think because he, like, watches him, and he, like, fucking nudges Melania, and he's just like, that's me. Minus the eating people. I don't like eating people. I've tried it a few times.
I only like
it's
children.
tough and stringy.
On steroids. Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
The great Hannibal Lecter.
He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner. Is this poor doctor walked by? I'm about to have
He's actually geeking out about this.
This is how his speech... No, hold on. I have to rewind this. This is how his speeches go. He'll just, like, break off on a tangent and start talking about dumb shit that he's just like hyper focused on at the moment.
I like that you're doing his like hand waving while you're
I love his hand
talking
shit.
too.
If I were speaking in front of a crowd, I would do that shit too, because people love it, clearly. But yeah, he'll start talking about like movies that he's watching, or like just other random bullshit, like shit talk that he's had with. He shit talks people a lot during these, which I like.
Man, fuck being president. Just start a talk show. Everyone would actually probably like you if you just started a talk show.
Unironically, he's probably going to be doing these rallies for like the rest of his life because they make him lots of money. They're guaranteed to pull crowds. And like even during his presidency, he just never stopped having these.
Yeah, people would probably, if he were to just be an entertainer, people would fucking watch his show all the time. Like, he had his own show, what was it, The Apprentice? And it was a pretty popular show.
I literally thought this dude's head was part of this fucking sweater behind him. I love how they always manage to find, like, what few ethnic minorities are at these Trump events to plaster them in front.
He's smiling, too. He's posing.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of black people who like Trump, but the ones who do like him really fucking like him.
I think that's a strong sign of mental illness.
They're just passionate, man.
For dinner is this poor doctor. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late great Hannibal Lecter. We have people that are being released into our country that we don't want in our country. And they're coming in totally unchecked, totally unvetted.
I was waiting for him to go back to Hannibal Lecter, tie Hannibal Lecter in, but he just fucking didn't.
And we better damn well win this election, because if we don't, our country is going to be doomed.
Hold on.
That was all over the place, dude.
That's how all his speeches are.
That was crazy.
There's no substance. He just fucking yammers. It's great.
So I've been watching this show, Silence of the Lambs. It's a really good show, basically.
I've been watching this show, Game of Thrones. There's this guy,
he
Ramsay
comes out
Bolton.
in cosplay.
There's this kid, right? They made him the king, this blonde kid, and he really likes spanking people, and I identify with that a lot.
I like that he's blonde, because he reminds me of me.
What's that kid's? This Joffrey, the late great Joffrey, people. I see myself a lot in him.
Yeah.
People go back and watch Game of Thrones, and they somehow find ways to justify Joffrey.
They're coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums.
This is after he got shot.
You know, the press is always on me because I say this. Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Stop calling him that.
He'd love to have you for dinner. They're coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're coming from
like
mental institutions.
Fucking elderly. That is such like a senior citizen thing to do, to just like repeat the same joke. Like, it's not even a joke. It's just like the same like phrase. The late great Hannibal Lecter. I want to have you for dinner. It's not even a joke. It's just something he thought was funny, so he's going to repeat it literally every single time the topic comes up.
Here is the great Sam Hyde, the bespectacled gentleman himself, to explain why it's totally not hypocritical for them to be canceling people over this.
Is this our soon-to-be vice president?
This Sam Hyde, no.
Oh, okay.
That would be hilarious, though.
I don't know who Sam Hyde is.
Sam Hyde is, he's this, like, fucking, like, just like, internet streamer. He hosts, like, remember Airsoft Fatty?
No.
That fat kid that iDubbbz made some stupid documentary about?
No.
Alright, fuck it then. Let's see. So Sam Hyde says, you don't know what you're talking about. These people have spent the last decade holy shit, this is way longer than I anticipated.
Hold on, is that him in the thumbnail?
Yes.
Is that guy who, like... God, there's a bunch of memes of him, but, like, there's...
I've shown you the video of him talking shit about Hezbollah. He was talking about Get that ugly, disabled freak away from me!
Yeah, okay, that's who I was thinking of.
That's Sam Hyde. Well, Sam Hyde is like a total chud, so he's like...
Darn it, he's so fucking funny.
He is funny, it's unfortunate. Makes you not want to hear him talk about his politics, but he does.
Darn.
These people have spent the... Jesus, I'm not reading all this. Anyway, Sam Hyde texted us, had sex with a 16-year-old girl.
Oh, is
That's... I don't know what this all is. I can barely read this shit. But people were posting this as proof that he did, so I thought that would be a funny sequitur to go from, this to this.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna be real hard on you tomorrow, for being obnoxious. No, just because it's time to start using you the way I really want to. Ugh. Rut-row. He dropped a fucking rut-row. Oh no, that was her. Would you be my secretary and do things I tell you to do? Like work things? Would you let me tell you to stop talking if I think you're talking too much? Yetis. Yes. Would you spend an hour or two curled up at my feet? This guy's a fucking weirdo, man.
See, yes, but that's my,
Is her nose actually bleeding there?
Looks like it. I'll probably have to
just,
censor
like, punch
that
her in
part.
the face?
Who knows? Probably. He doesn't
Jesus
seem
Christ.
like he doesn't seem like he would, treat women the best. I don't know why. I just get those vibes.
So what's this all about? You don't know what you're... Oh.
It's like a whole fucking novel. This is him talking about, like, canceling the people who are, like, making fun of Trump's shooting. Let's see here.
So is he saying that people shouldn't make fun of Trump's shooting?
He's defending canceling the people who are, like, making fun of the shooting.
Man.
Which
What
is
a
some
fucking
serious bitch
stupid
behavior. Why can't people just be civil with us? Let's see, alright. Nothing much to discuss there. I was planning on reading that, but don't
we
feel
still
like...
can, but if it's just going to be... It's on
There are
screen,
some
so
words...
if somebody wants to read it, feel free.
There are some words in here that are, not the choicest to read.
Yeah, him being, like... when I thought that all of him being a shithead all the time was just a bit, that's funny. But now that I know he's kind of serious, he's a lot less funny. And now...
Nah, he's still funny.
Now I can imagine that a lot of the stuff he's going to say candidly is probably going to be pretty fucked.
Let's see, but... Yes, that was the, That's pretty much all we know about the Trump assassination, is that he loves Hannibal Lecter. Alright.
I do find it crazy that he's still talking about Hannibal Lecter. Like,
no, he brings him up constantly. He loves Hannibal Lecter.
He had a piece of his ear shot off, and he's like, Hannibal Lecter!
I love that guy. Love everything about him. I derive a lot of my politics from him.